everyone, we're going to have a look at Longview by Green Day from the album Dookie today, which is a nice little riff which you heard me playing at the beginning. Not too tricky, really effective. It's a bass riff on the song, but it works pretty well on uke, so we're going to give it a go. I'm going to switch to a close-up for this one and I'll explain as we go. Okay, so the first thing we're going to start by doing is placing our second finger on the 3rd fret of the E string. Okay, so there. Should give us our G note. Okay, the next thing we need to do is we're going to use our index finger to hammer on to fret 2 of our C string. So we're going to pluck this E string and then we're going to hammer on. So just try and get that. If you've never done a hammer on before, that might be a little bit new for you, but this is a good place to practice. So we're going to play that C string and just hammer on, nice and hard, nice and fast. So we don't want to do it straight away, don't want that, you want to hear both notes. Cool, so after that. So after you've hammered on, I'm going to play the A string, open. So put them together. So after our hammer on and the open A string, we're going to play the E string. And we should still have our second finger on that 3rd fret. So I'm just going to put them together and we're going to try that again. Okay, one more time, nice and slow. Okay, great. Next note after that. So what I'm doing there is for that last note, I'm just lifting off my second finger on that E string and I'm dropping my index finger in place. So if I do that really slow, hopefully you saw me move my finger. What I did was I moved my first finger down one string, you saw that happen, and then I just played that as well. So one more time. So that's the first bit. You'll be pleased to know the second bit is very similar to that. After you've got that bit down, we're going to play this. We're going to play a pull off. So we're going to put our index finger back on that C string, 2nd fret. And we're going to pluck that. And as soon as we pluck that, we're just going to pull that finger off. It'll give us the sound of 2 notes. If you really want it to ring out, pull down and off. If you just lift it off, it's probably going to be a bit weak. Not too bad actually. But if you want it to sound a bit louder, pluck down. Okay, so after that, still got my second finger on the 3rd fret of the E string. So after we've done the pull off, I'm just walking down that E string. So what I'm doing is after the pull off, I'm 3, then on 2, then open. And that's the second part. And then we play the first part again. And after we've played that first part again, we're going to change things up a little bit. Now there's 2 ways to play this, and depends how you prefer to play. What I do for this next bit is I rotate my second finger down, so it's barring these 2 bottom strings. So it's getting those 2. Then I'll drop my pinky at fret 5 and my index finger on the 2nd fret of the A string back here, and I'll play down. So 1 strum down, and I'm just strumming these 3 bottom strings. So what I do is strum once, lift my pinky off. Then what I've got to do then is just rotate my fingers round a bit. So I'm allowing this A string to be played at the 2nd fret, then back down again with that finger. So effectively what we're playing is One down strum there with my pinky finger on fret 5, pinky off and a down up, then rotate my finger up, then back down. Okay, that bit's quite tricky, or it's not really tricky to play, but it's quite tricky to get to after you've been playing the... Okay, so it can be quite difficult to get to. If you don't like the barring with this finger on fret 3, you could always try and drop on your second finger on fret 3 there, and your third finger on fret 3 of the bottom string. And you see I'm lifting, watch the fingers that I'm lifting. If you just watch up here, so one strum down, lift off, down up, lift, down. Then one more. Whichever you find better. More than likely the bit that you're going to struggle with is from playing the little riff intro part to getting to the actual strumming of the strumming part. So if you're having problems with that, I'd recommend just kind of playing over and jumping between. So it's going to leave you there with that index finger on there, and then you just want to practice getting and jumping between the two. There's no point playing through the whole thing out every time, and no point practicing through that every time if you're not struggling with most of it. Just practice the bit that you're struggling with. You'll get there much quicker. Hope you like that. Hope you learned something, and I'll be back soon with more. Thank you.